and welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to be doing a smoothie recipe. It'll be a nice, healthy, nutrient, mineral dense, protein dense smoothie that can fill you up for breakfast and get that day started off right. Cue the intro. Okay, so to be honest, the normal ingredients that I would use for this recipe, we don't have all of them here, so the calories we'll have to wait until the end to actually see, because I'm actually making this as my breakfast. So we'll have to see. I'll give you guys all the macros, all the calories at the end. We'll give you guys the ingredients first. We got some oats, some powdered peanut butter, or if you don't have powdered peanut butter, regular peanut butter. We have, normally you would just say milk, but we got almond milk and kefir. We're going to be using that as like our liquid blend. We got chia seeds, good amount of fiber, a lot of minerals. Hemp seeds, good amount of protein, another good food, another one with a lot of fiber, and a little superfood. Then we got a kale and spinach mix. This could really be any vegetable, any like frozen vegetable. We got our banana. We got our pea protein powder, unsweetened. It's not the best tasting in the world, but it's got a good amount of calories and it's got a good amount of protein, so we don't complain. And then we got our frozen cranberries, and finally our frozen pineapple. For this recipe, it's just gonna be vegetables, fruit, seeds, oats for calories, liquid to make it liquidy, and then peanut butter and protein. All right, the blender that I use, it's the NutriBullet. Any blender will do. Let's get it started. First, we're gonna do our spinach and kale frozen chop. All of these ingredients, I'm gonna be using my food scale. On the bags, they have the grams and the measurements in cups, so I'll just tell you guys those. So I'll be doing it in case you guys don't have a food scale. Makes it a lot easier though if you do have one. I'll be doing 1 cup of the chopped vegetables. Also it's 85 grams. That's what I'll be going off of. Oop, missed a little bit more. All right, so just to give you an idea, it's about that much. All right, after our vegetables, now we got our fruit. We gotta do a little snip for the camera. There we go. Pineapple tidbits. Yeah. We'll be putting in 140 grams or 1 cup. Also, for this smoothie, I realize it's going to be pretty high in calories if you do it with the exact same measurements as me. So you could just cut everything in half, or like everything, like 3/4 of what I'm doing. So like instead of 1 cup, you could just do 3/4 or like 1/2 cup, and then just make that even across the board. Oop. Oh. A little bit too much. A little bit too little. Looks about that much. All right, we got our last fruit on the recipe now. This is gonna be the frozen cranberries. We're only gonna do 55 grams or a 1/2 cup of these. That's gonna be 25 calories, so not too many. A little sprinkle. Oop. Okay. All right, next up we got the oats. I should mention these are completely optional. Like these will just make your smoothie like higher in calories. So I like to make my breakfast like my most calorically dense meal of the day, because like if you front load your calories, there's a lot less cravings during the day. Causes you to cheat a lot less on your diet, or not a diet but a lifestyle, you know. So I do a 1/4 cup, so that's 75 calories, which is also 20 grams. That's 20 grams, a little sprinkle on the top. And now we're moving on to our seeds. First up, we got the hemp seeds. For these, we're gonna do a tablespoon or 10 grams. Yeah, about 60 calories. All right, next up, we got our last kind of seed, chia seeds. You could also add flax seeds to this. We just didn't have flax seeds. For these, we're gonna be doing 1 tablespoon. Serving size is actually 3, so you can do as many as you would like. But I would recommend to go a little bit easy on the seeds because they got a lot of fiber, you know. You know what happens when you have a lot of fiber. So this one will also be 10 grams. Oh, yikes. I accidentally just toppled a few too many in there, so now we got 20 grams. But yeah, for the recipe, actually 10 grams. Yeah. And now comes all the tasty stuff to add on. All right, so for the peanut butter, You can either do just regular peanut butter and do 2 tablespoons, which is 100 or 200 calories for this one. I would recommend not getting this kind of peanut butter though. Try to get the ones that just have the peanuts, because these have oils in them and that's what makes them 40 more calories. But what I like to do is the powdered peanut butter from Trader Joe's. 70 calories and double the protein. You do 2 tablespoons of this, real good. Especially when it's in a smoothie, you don't really notice the difference between the two, so I like to use the powdered one. We got 15 grams of this bad boy. There we go, 15 grams looks like that. Just a little sprinkle on the top. And now we got our scoop of protein powder. This one you actually need 2 scoops. If I could actually find the scoop. There we go. Yeah, this one does not taste the best, to be honest with you. I would not recommend, but I bought it. Can't waste it, so you gotta use it. Trader Joe's is a great store, just not a great place to buy your protein powder. I would recommend like Gold Standard, something like that. I should mention, if you don't have protein powder in your house, which I understand like a lot of people don't, you don't actually need to add the protein powder. If you don't want to add that additional protein, you don't have to. You could also just add some non-fat Greek yogurt, and that'll do the job too. Because 3/4 cup, about 17 grams of protein, about the same as 2 scoops of that pea protein powder. All right, now this is where it gets a little bit funky because we're doing our liquids at the end. That's what it's looking like so far. I know I'm way over the max line. Do not judge me. I am fragile. We can't really do the food scale for liquids. I don't know. My mom told me that. I'm not sure if that's actually true, but I trusted her. Yeah. Oh, that's perfect. All right. So we got about 1 cup of unsweetened almond milk. My sister just looked at me like I was crazy. Normally this would just be 2 cups of liquid, but we didn't have more than a cup of almond milk. And then I'm gonna do the other cup with kefir. Great probiotic. Good for that gut health, especially if you get the low fat one, less calories. It's very thick. I don't know if the camera does it justice on that. Oh, wow, that is full. Yowza. Now just to review what's optional. So I like to have mine with a side of a banana, just so that I have something to chew. That's about 105 calories, so you could cut that out, cut it down by 100 calories. Quick reminder, I did go double on the chia seeds, so that allowed about 60 calories that we don't really need, that I'll be eating. And then instead of the kefir and the almond milk, you could just do 2 cups of almond milk, 2 cups of regular milk. I would recommend almond milk because it's only 30 calories per cup, whereas normal milk is usually anywhere from like 1% is like 110. Full fat is usually like around 150, so that saves you about 120 calories from that per cup, so 240. The other optional thing would be the oats. You could cut those out to cut down the calories. And yeah, you could cut out the pineapple if you want to. Just do like low calorie frozen fruits like berries and the cranberries. They tend to be a lot lower in calories, unlike bananas and pineapple. There you go. And also remember that the protein powder can be substituted for a 3/4 cup of Greek yogurt. Doesn't that look good? Does anybody hear that? It's got that sloshy sound. That's what we want. Pro tip, I usually drink it out of these things, but you always want to make sure you get this nice and clean. Please use a spoon. Don't use your tongue. Come on now. I don't want any cut tongues happening as a result of this channel. Alright, so our final lineup for the smoothie today was 770 calories. Counting the banana, counting all of those little higher calorie things. So if you were to take out all those things, it would probably be about 500 calories. 52.4 grams of protein. So personally, I try to get like 182 grams of protein in per day because I weigh like 180 and like 1 gram per pound of body weight. Then we got 95 grams of carbs and 20.6 grams of fat. So I would say all around quality meal. Quality with nutrition, vitamins and minerals, quality with protein, and even calorically dense too. Like, you got a good amount of calories and it's actually going to fill you up. So if you guys end up trying this recipe, please leave what you thought in the description. If you guys want any more recipes like this, I got tons of them. They call me Chef Ben at school. Not really, I call myself that. And yeah, any more ideas for videos, I always love to hear them. And thank you. We'll have some guest stars on the next video. To be continued.